Oh, hey Chirag.
Hi sir, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Do you have a minute to talk?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I have a few. Sit down.
Sir, I wanted to talk to you about yesterday's meeting and what happened.
Yeah, I didn't get a memo from you regarding that.
So,
I hope everything went fine.
it did not.
Okay.
The problem was, by the end of the meeting, I was in a situation where I was not in a position to give this talk. And I tried calling you, I tried emailing you, I didn't hear anything back, and I was pretty much put in a room with a gun to my head and told, fly this plane, figuratively speaking.
Because there's a bit of mistake on my part too. I had to go to the meeting at Lockheed Martin. So you know that it's a defense contractor. They don't allow phones. That's why I couldn't accept your emails or phone calls. But yeah, I hope that you've been here 4 months.
Three months ago.
So yeah, I guess you know the product well now.
So, I've been working on projects for you. I've done everything from FAA clearance to looking at the marketing strategy for specific parts and procurement.
Right. Yeah,
And I understand parts in isolation, but yesterday's meeting was all about operations and what we're going to do for the next 3 months of development. And I hadn't had any exposure to that, and I didn't have any notes from you. I didn't have any idea of what you wanted to do. And so I went into that meeting with what I presumed was what were the next steps based on our conversation. And I basically presented it with 2 or 3 slides, and I basically asked them to give me their questions so I could facilitate a conversation between you and them as soon as you got back. The meeting ended terribly. I had one senior engineer come up to me and say, that was a huge waste of time, don't ever do that again. And while I understand where they're coming from and I understand the other reason for not being there, I feel like I was put in a position where I was humiliated. And on top of that, their time was wasted, you weren't accessible, and now we have a situation where, yes, it was wasted, and I'm sort of embarrassed to be here.
Look, the first thing is, I know that I put you through different departments, so you got to learn a lot. But then the thing is, you have to do something on your part too. You have to learn. You have to explore. You have to meet people. I heard that you didn't know most of the people. They were not introduced before.
Yes.
So I can't go around introducing you to everyone all the time. You'll have to take the initiative, go meet people from different departments. You'll have to learn more from them too. Means I won't be there every time to help you take the step forward. Okay, so that's one thing. Second thing is, I had put an agenda in the email that I sent you. So I hope that you could understand what the topic was, and I thought you had enough time to prepare for something out of the blue. And since you told that you carried the meeting in such a way, asking for questions, I don't understand how the senior engineers could get angry.
So, yes, I had an agenda from you,
Yeah.
and I appreciate you giving me that direction and insight.
Right.
But look at topic 1. You asked me, the first topic was procurement strategy for the next 3 months.
Correct.
From what I'd done, I'd followed up on previous procurement orders. And so I knew, okay, we've got this much in our inventory. But I didn't know what the plan was with the operation. Like, so far since I got here, I've been following up on past aspects of the project. I have no idea of what the future parts are. And sure, I'll take responsibility for the fact that, yes, I've been here 3 months, I could have found out more.
You could have spoken to the purchase department.
Right, but with 2 hours before a meeting, it's sort of hard to track down all the leads.
Okay.
And on top of that, I was sitting in this meeting. I don't have credibility here. I'm very new, like you said. I haven't met a lot of them. And being 24 and most of them 40, I felt as if I was in a position where they didn't want to hear anything from me.
Mm-hmm.
I did not feel like I should be speaking to them. And so I'd appreciate it if in the future you didn't leave me in such a situation without enough notice, or if you could please help me fix the situation by maybe sending out a memo, or I have a list of questions that I emailed you soon. I'm just editing them. I'd like to see if you could just check my answers that I sent you, and then I'd like to finish editing the ones I know are correct, and I'd like to send that out to sort of make up for yesterday, because at the end of the day, we're one team, we have one project, and I'd really
I
like to feel welcome here.
No, so the questions you send me, I'm taking my time just finding the answers, and I'll send it to you as soon as it's done. So I guess that's the right way forward. But going ahead, I suggest that you meet with these team members and try, and don't just shoot out an email to everyone. Go personally and tell them that these were your questions, these are the answers to it, since my boss was not there. In any case, I'll shoot out a memo apologizing for what I did, because I had no other choice. But I suggest to build your credibility, you go speak to all the concerned departments and show your face so that people know you more. And going forward, you're going to be put in situations like this again. So I suggest you have any questions, you come to me right now itself, or go to the other departments, learn more, so that whenever I put you in such a situation, you'll be able to take care of it. Okay. Any other concerns?
I appreciate that feedback. I have one more sort of question that I'd like to ask. I hope you don't feel like I'm overstepping by coming to you like this. I fully respect your position. I understand it wasn't your fault, but I was just expressing my concerns, and I just wanted to know going forward if you could sort of give me a better understanding of what my role will be, because to this point I always thought I was helping the project come back onto track in terms of speed, and so all my efforts were put towards making sure schedules are met for prior work. But if I'm going to have a role where I'm sort of working on both sides, where I'm catching the project up and I'm also planning the future so that we're in a position to reach our deadlines, I would appreciate it if there's more insight I could receive on a daily basis going forward. If I could sit in on your meeting with the board perhaps, or if you could just give me some feedback or paperwork or something that I can read through so that I have a better understanding of where we're going. And so when you do have to make these meetings and unexpected absences, I'm in a position to represent you in the best way possible.
Right. So yeah, thinking from that point, when you came, we had an agenda as to what you're going to be your responsibilities. Let's see if we can expand on that. Because, as you said, you were part of getting us to meet the schedule, but you were not part of strategy as of now. So going forward, I won't be able to take you to board meetings because you've not reached that maturity yet, because you're still young. So once you go through the company, you will be able to go for board meetings. But whenever I'm there for a meeting that you're not in, and I feel that you need more info, then I'll like make a minutes of the meeting and I'll send it to you so that you get more info. And in case, I hope that I won't be absent for any meeting, but in case I'm absent, you will be able to use
Thank you.
data.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then we'll sit down hopefully next week if you have time. So let me check my schedule too, and we'll set out an agenda as to what our expectations are of you and how you can meet.
Okay.
We can get a clarity on your role too.
That sounds great. And just one last thing that I want to discuss is, the project that we looked at, we were going to buy those jet engines from the company down the road that we wanted to purchase the parts. I'm being vague because we had those two projects that we had. The one was the 350 horsepower turbines that we wanted for the test project, and we also wanted the main jet engines from the Airbus for development purposes. Do we want to take those and have them arrive here, or do you want to send them to our base in Texas?
Let me speak to the operations team there.
Okay.
Then we'll see how the logistics
Okay.
can be done.
I spoke to Martin and said they needed 2-week lead time in order to get them there. So
That's good. So you have started taking steps, speaking to people. That's good.
Right, and we just need them. Like, if we want to meet our deadline, we need that decision by tomorrow if possible.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll take care of that.
Great. Thank you so much for your time. I really
Fine.
appreciate it.
I hope I've resolved it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
You too.